Hey everyone, gym time all day, every day. Just finished my workout. I'm going live on different times to see what's the best time to go live. Yes, some people ask why you don't do live videos on YouTube and only on Instagram. So I'm here to discover, see what works best. Yeah. Hey brother, long time no see. How you been? No, I'm done. I was live earlier to see like who's on. And yeah, this is the end of my workout. Are you working out today? Or you don't work out on weekends? To me, every day is a workout day. Take them if you need them. If you need to rest, you should rest. It all depends on your goal, right? And what's your frequency and stuff. Beginners require sometimes more rest days than advanced. Sometimes advanced also they need, more rest days depending on the intensity of the workout, what kind of workout they are doing. Are they getting ready for an event, for something? So it depends. The rest is a big subject, so the rest days. You can go to the gym and have a light walk while you're resting. Doesn't mean that you're going to be tired. You might want to go to the gym because you want to, on your rest day, you want to relax your mind better than staying at home. So you see, with that question, it can go to different things. Is that what you mean? That's what you meant? Today I did day 2 of the 3-way split. I did delts, arms, and upper trapezius. Depend on the exercise and depending on the session. Because of the split that I'm using, it's a mix between a 3-way and a 4-way split. So some exercises I do between 3 to 4 sets. Some exercises I do between 5 to 7 sets. It depends on the session and the exercise. That's why it's there's no one answer to this. Everyone is different, and you have to understand your goal and what is your weakness. What are you focusing on? So that depends, but that's usually what it is. I like doing the quads, 5 to 7. Arms for sure, small muscle, traps, calves. That's definitely those kind of sets with the right intensity, of course. It's interesting, the subject of sets and reps. Always people asking about sets and reps, but it's so personalized. There is a general rule that you can see online everywhere, that here is where you should be, but in the end of the day, you really need to understand your body, how you respond to certain numbers of reps with certain exercises. Okay, of course, they all work together, and the hip flexor as well, especially if you keep a good posture and you lean back, you're definitely gonna work also the hip flexor. It's a good exercise. Some people cannot do it depending on their flexibility, depending on their limitations, because not everyone has healthy joints. So you have to choose the best option that works for you, right? That's why we have so many options. but yes, it does work for heads. You know, the pendulum sissy squat. Okay, the second question of your question, the second part of your question, the hip. Yeah, I do work the hip flexor separately. Personally, I love working each muscle individually and give it enough time. I enjoy it. I don't have time restriction, and I like to make sure that when I'm in the gym, I'm using my effort in the right direction, and I will do that extra exercise for the hip flexor only, you know. So if you want to work, if you're happy with, you know, doing the best exercise for the quads that involves the hip flexor, you don't need to work it on its own. But I personally work it separately. I assume your goal is muscle building. Is that why you're asking? Yeah, the pendulum sissy squat is a great exercise. It's person also should be athletic too, because it requires full body control and many other things. Regular brick 20 exercises for the abs. Nothing fancy, you know. Are you asking about the abs because you want to see the abs? Trade, I personally, so I'm answering, you know, what I do. I personally do it twice a week. You know, I don't have a rest day. If I'm tired, I will come to the gym and do a light session. You know, light. Because I work a lot. I must come to the gym to have that break. And when I'm under the pressure of the, you know, under tension when you're working out, the only thing that will break your thoughts and it takes my mind away from work is being in the gym, you know, because that requires my full attention. Increase the level without noticing, and then that's why it's not moving. Yeah. But I work each muscle twice a week. Okay, good. No, if you have good abs and it's working for you, just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, just, you know, to give you like good guidance so you know that what you're doing is right. Understand the 16 biomechanical factors that we teach. Because when you understand what constitutes the best exercise and what are the rules, you know, that allow us to identify what is the best exercise, then you have full guidance all your life. You don't need to ask, or, you know, you will understand, okay, here are the things that I need to look for, and by applying them, you will know, you will feel it, you will notice it. You know, it's completely different. So, yeah, learn the 16 biomechanical factors. It's all over our YouTube channel. You can find them in different videos. And if you have our programs, of course, you will find them in the Physics of Fitness. You will find them in the different seminars, Houston seminar, New York seminar, the webinar. All these are explained there. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's the way to go. And that applies to all muscles, right? Abs are not, it's not an exception. That's how we work each muscle. Like same thing for the biceps, triceps, legs, quads, hamstrings. Yep. Now, when you do that, now let's say you identified the best exercise and the way to do it. What's important is how you're going to use it and how you're going to implement it in your daily routine to achieve the best results with that exercise. Because knowing how to do the exercise but not how to use it, it's like, okay, you only know it, but you're not using that knowledge. Okay? And there are some people who read the book, for example, they are not paying attention to details. Some people they don't pay attention to details, whether it's like intentionally or not. That's why you'll see difference. Two people are, studying the same thing. One will get results, while the other one is not, because when you look at the way they are doing the exercise is different, even though what's recommended is the same thing. But also we don't all respond to resistance training equally. Our body are designed differently. So sometimes you see people doing wrong exercises or less than efficient, and they get great results. It's not about the exercise. Some people respond better. Thing is, that comes with injury risk, comes with discomfort later on. How long you been following us? What is that? Arcanite Soul? Sorry, I couldn't read your name. Yeah, that's a very good exercise. Very efficient, especially with the bench. It allows you to be balanced, have good form there. You can focus on the weight, so you will feel it. You have time to feel. And also, it's good to do it in front of a mirror if you have to. It happens like when I do it in the gym here. We have a big mirror, right? So I can see the movement. It's really good. That's the best, one of the best side lats. Yes, I do train the lower back specifically, yes. Because remember, when let's say I don't deadlift, but some people are getting, they say, good workout for the lower back because you're doing that. But even though the deadlift is, some people swear by it and they get like a good activation, but it's not dynamic. So I do, the dedicated exercise for the erector spinae, and I do it on a day where I do my abs. So I always work agonist antagonist. Oh no, it looks like my picture is not clear. Are you able to see me, or it's only on my side? Okay, cool. Yes, I do. And so the reason I do those muscles, because I play tennis and I like to have those muscles always strong and ready. It's not basically for aesthetic and but I do work those muscles. Yeah. Also, we don't have here the multi-hip machine, so I do use the abductor machine, more than the adductor. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan before, like, of the incline. I did do incline, like, when I started lifting, because I saw, like, most of the people doing incline, so I was trying that. And when I do an exercise, like, I'll stick to it. I will do it for, months, not like 2 or 3 sessions. Uh, and I didn't see big changes. And I also cannot identify, like, I cannot tell you, hey, it didn't completely work, because I did it with decline, I did it with flies, I did it with other exercises. But I can tell you for sure that when I started doing the decline and the cable, that was the best change I did, because I started seeing more results, in terms of chest development, and without shoulder pain, because when I was lifting with a bar, there is always some kind of, like, discomfort. And it's not that my technique is not good. Like, I've been doing it for a while, so I know, like, what's a good technique look like and how I should perform it. But it's more sustainable. Yeah, exactly. We saw other people doing it. What's that? Yeah, you feel strong because you're involved in other muscles like triceps and front delts. Uh, yeah, yeah. Hey, Michael. Yeah, chest and back. You do that. Yeah, agonist and antagonist, because you're following the build and burn program, I think. Right, Michael? And you're doing it at home. You work out. You have a gym at home. I do it on the bench. I use the bench, the advanced technique. Doesn't mean that the other ones don't work, but I prefer that one. They have a good bench here, so I use that. And I do use sometimes the standing, and I use dumbbell, like as demonstrated in the Brick 20 alternatives, the older version, which is still in the Brick 20 program. It's still there. And that's a killer exercise. Like, we have John Gaglione, who is a power lifter, who's been lifting heavy weights all his life. When he did that exercise, when he started doing it with no weight, he was already, like, feeling it. He said, and this is only my body weight. He didn't believe it, but just because you're focused on that movement, you will really feel the muscle working. And that helped him with lifting heavier. And that's what the New York seminar is about, like how you use the Brick 20 to complement your power lifting moves. Some people do that for a living, so they found benefit using the isolation exercises that we recommend. Yeah. Yes. What's your name so I can refer to you because I can't, you know, Arca, Arch, Night, Soul. I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. Arknid, okay. Yeah, you were one of the chosen ones. You know, there are many people who didn't get injured. It doesn't mean that the exercises weren't high injury risk. But it's like the example we always say, like some people smoke all their life and nothing happened to them. Should we all do the same thing? No. Yeah. How old are you? Good. Yeah, I'm lucky too. Well, I did injure a little bit my left wrist, you know, but it's fine now. Since I started doing nothing but brick 20, I don't feel it. You know, I used to feel it even holding something like this. You know, it hurts me. To have also a knee pain. If that's the only option you have, then it's better than nothing, right? It's not the best way, but at least you're able to work one part of the time. The thing is, with that option is the imbalance. Yeah, absolutely. No, maybe I should get on TRT so people say, oh wow, the brick 20 can get you big, you know. I understand, like some people say, okay, Mo is not like a bodybuilder, he don't look big, you know, so the exercises. But to me, like my goal is to always be athletic, like have a nice body shape. I never wanted to be a bodybuilder. I actually had the opportunity to get access to all the supplements when I lived in Dubai because there you have access to anything you think of in terms of like supplements and the best quality. And I worked out with a guy who passed. His name is Firas Said. And he told me, hey, let's get you on, you know, of course you will get some good lean muscle mass. You have the genetics for it. Get bigger. And I didn't want to do it. You know, the thing is, I heard also about TRT. I know like there are some people that they need it because it helps them be healthy and stuff. But I heard some stuff like, for example, if you have some disease or genetic, you know, things that you can inherit that are dormant, using TRT and stuff like that can activate them at a later stage of your age. You know, so it's like you're rolling the dice. You don't know if that's something you should do or not. I have no problem, to be honest, with anything. I can do anything I want, and you know what I mean. You know, my energy level is high. I work, as I said, I work out every day. You know, I'm active, play tennis. This is my goal. My goal is to be healthy. I saw people like old, they cannot lift themselves, they cannot walk, they can't do basic stuff. And I said, like, this is something that I want to avoid that at all cost. You know, I do my best because sometimes you can do your best at the gym and you get injured outside the gym. But, you know, that's my top priority. Well, Doug talked about, we have actually a video. If you scroll down, Trade News Center, if you scroll down, we have videos about kettlebell. And I think it was a video when we talked about, what's that guy who does like all that crazy stuff with the athletes, Doctor on Instagram. You know who I'm talking about? I forgot his name. So we talked about the kettlebell. If you're gonna use it for, let's say, because you're at home and you want to burn calories, you know, then go ahead and do it. If that's your goal, if you want to have fun and that's something you enjoy doing it, go ahead and do it. If you're gonna do it just because you want to build your glutes or, you know, to build your legs, that's not the most efficient exercises for the reason that we all talk about. Yeah, Dubai and Kuwait. You know, Kuwait are, I believe they are more than Dubai. I have some people that I'm connected with there, and they told me about Kuwait. They love bodybuilding, and many professional bodybuilders, they go there, they go work out there as well. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, I see people going to the gym to look healthy and muscular for 5 minutes, but they carry long life injury that deprives them from living healthy, from doing what they want. So is that the purpose of working out? Like, that's the price we have to pay to, you know, to have muscle, that you can look good for 5 minutes and that's it. You know, and some people, they don't believe this. Because, you know, injuries sometimes are good. I'll tell you with my experience with injuries. When I injured my wrist, and luckily I recovered from it, you know, it made me look for better ways to exercise. That's when I had to focus and look for a different way to work out, you know, a way that is more efficient without injury, you know, without limiting me from lifting. So injuries sometimes are necessary for some people to understand, to pay attention so they can hear what you're saying, you know. Unfortunately, some people, when they get injured, there's no, you know, they can't after that work out properly. But there is positive things when injuries happen. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's not only Dubai and many people in many places, but we all know how that works, right? Yeah. You know, I understand, like, if someone gets injured, even though the body don't care if you're a professional NFL player or, you know, it doesn't matter what you do for a living, even though it's like professional and you get paid the high buck, the body don't care. If something happens, it's going to happen whether you're a professional bodybuilder, an NFL player, or a regular person going to the gym, right? So I forgot the point that I wanted to make. What is it? Yeah, so the body don't know if you're doing it because you're a professional. If you do something wrong, you're gonna pay the price for it. It can be a lifetime, it can be short time, but you're going to pay the price. It's not a reason because you say like, hey, I'm doing this professionally, that's why I'll get injured. So people say, okay, it's okay, but for you it's understandable. The body don't know that. If you want to do that because you enjoy it and you want to take the risk and you like the income you're getting from that, that's a different story. Yeah. Yeah, many people had impressive physiques before. But also you have to remember the food that people used to eat. It's not like today. Like today, it's completely different. You know, it's more better quality food. You know. Yeah. As I said earlier, I do them. I do, Anthony. I do the adductor and abductors because I play tennis and I like to stay active. That's the reason. It's not really for aesthetic. Yeah. Twice a week. Every muscle twice a week. You do it once a week, or you don't work it at all? Okay. What's your goal? Not really. Sometimes I do that. Okay, so how you achieve strength? What do you mean by strong in different angles? Like, what do? Do you play a different sport, or why you want to achieve that goal? Totally raw. I do the machine. Yeah, simple. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw the shorts that I've been doing recently, and in one video we talked about how you can use the Brick 20 exercises to complement your sport, like the skill movement that you do in the sport. It's always better to strengthen your frame, you know, separately, and then you learn the skill movement. That way your body responds better. It will reduce the amount, like the injury risk, rather than like strengthening your muscle with the sport, with the skill movement. And that's why many people get injured during the practice, not even during the competition. So that video talks about like, yeah, if your goal is muscle growth, you shouldn't do, for example, if your goal is to be like for the karate or to get better at that sport, you can still use the Brick 20, but you don't use them in a way that someone is using them for muscle growth. You know, you should use them specifically in a way that will complement your skill movement exercise, and you have to consider recovery, because if you do a lot here and there, then you're always going to be in debt. You're not going to be recovering optimally, and that's not good. Good questions, guy. Wow, getting sweaty here. Yeah, 3 more minutes. Yeah, you can determine that, but it should be enough because you're getting some kind of workout when you do your martial art. Your kicking movements and stuff like that. Okay. 25, 15, 10, and 6. So tell me why you do it like that, 25, 15, 10, and 6. Yeah, so why you want to add weight? Because I understood that you wanted to work that muscle for speed. So what's the purpose of doing that? No, I'm pretty flexible, you know. I didn't lose any flexibility, actually better, I'm more flexible. Even though I don't do stretching, I don't stretch. I don't know how much stretching is, effective. Maybe for some people with some limitation, it's working and it's good. It's not my specialty, but I don't stretch, but I feel flexible. I'm able to do same thing that I was doing on a court, on a tennis court, move fast, and be flexible. Yes, that he said that, but that's for muscle growth and strength, of course. But it's not that it's not what you're doing is not working, but I believe because your sports, and correct me if I'm wrong, requires like a lot of repetition and speed and agility, right? So you want to use a weight that is like 60-70% of your maximum, and you try to do as many reps and a little fast, okay? So it doesn't have to be 6, because 6 now that's heavy, right? So that's my recommendation. Try and see what works best for you. I think all muscles are used when you're doing sprinting, and we can see that when you see all sprinters, they are like bodybuilders, but healthier. you know. If you ask me, do you prefer like looking like a bodybuilder or a sprinter? I'll say sprinter big time, because all muscles are developed, nice, like shape, lean, but they work all their muscles. So I'm not someone who's, this is not my specialty, like to train someone for that. We usually work with people. Let's say we work with someone who, in an NFL team, We talked about the brick 20, how they are used, and they are the one who know how to combine them with skill movement and stuff. And they are using like all kind of exercises there. So a sprinter will benefit from biceps exercises, triceps, all kind of exercises. And I can even say that they will benefit also from some kind of squats because it's required. I'm not saying like heavy squats, power lifting kind of squat, but it's something that they do, like they replicate, so that's sport specific. Are you a sprinter? Muscle strength is to me like I'm able to lift heavier than before. So then I'm getting stronger. That's my definition of muscle strength. As long as I'm improving, getting stronger, I'm good. Some people's definition of muscle strength is to lift more weight, meaning like if you're deadlifting 3 plates, 4 plates, they see like they deadlifting 5 plates, they are stronger, But I like, one day to do like experimenting. That the bicep curl lift, get with your back against the wall. They do that. We should have something like that for the brick 20 with strict form, how much you can lift and how many reps you can do for that, each muscle. And then you can see like true strength, because now you're not assisted with other muscles and you're focusing basically on each muscle individually. That will give you a more accurate, idea how strong a person is and the progress. It depends how you work out, right? So you have to see like your heart rate, how you're using the exercises, like the full body workout of the build and burn. Many people are using it as a cardio. Of course, you need to complement it with some other exercises, but if you use it right, and if your goal is more cardio, so you're not going to be resting between sets that much to keep your heart rate up. You can train the monotony if that's something that you feel that you lack at, or you just like to, like me, work in agonist antagonist muscle. There are benefits for sure. I didn't do it on a regular basis, but I did do it with the guy that I worked with in Dubai. We used to use the what do you call it, the easy bar, but with cable, hook my feet there and pull it toward me. And it's a good exercise, So I like that feeling that I get from that exercise. All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for being with me on my cardio session. We had good conversation. I'm gonna see what is the best time to do these live videos so we can spread the word, try to help people understand that there is a better alternative way to build muscle efficiently without the wear and tear, without wasting your time and effort, And if you have any question, you can email me. And don't forget to follow me if you're on Instagram, smarttraining.365. I'm pretty consistent there. I share videos like at least 3-4 times a week. And most of the videos there are a minute and like 90 seconds. Here the shorts on YouTube are 60. So most of the time the same video is cut here. So you can see it all there. And I also go live there on Fridays. So thank you very much. I wish you a happy, great, weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.